Hey, welcome to the Brilliant Marketing with Mary show. And I'm Mary. And today I'm so excited for you to join me because I have an amazing speaker and a phenomenal topic I think that we all need to hear. So, the title of today's show is How to Be Visible Online When Your Life is Already Maxed. And I think a lot of us out there, maybe 99.99% of us, are already maxed, right? Our life is full and it's getting fuller by the minute. And our guest, she literally is pregnant with her seventh beautiful child. So she knows what being busy is, probably more than most. So she's going to come on and share some of those tips with you. But before we get started, I definitely need to do a few housekeeping items. So I want to make sure that you know that you're invited to my free group on Facebook where we do all kinds of fun stuff. It's called the Marketing Innovators Playground because I truly believe that when you're creative and playful in your marketing, you will attract your ideal client, right? So this group is all about that. So I share tips and tricks and software and all kinds of things in there. So I hope you'll join us. Again, it's Marketing Innovators Playground, and the link will be in the notes, which is awesome. Also, besides all the other awesome things we're going to be doing today, I want to make sure that you know if you're a speaker, because Marta, my guest, is a speaker, and I'm excited about this. I help speakers make more leads and more sales every time they use a microphone. And I don't have, that's what I was looking here to see if I had well, I do have um, my opt-in. So what I do is I actually tell clients or the speakers in my audience to text the word brilliant to the number 71441, and then they will be automatically added to my list. And that's what I have my speakers do at their live speaking gigs or online podcasts or live streams. So if you can find a way to capture your audience, a list of your audience, then you can continue that conversation. It's golden. You can send them your show notes, your slide deck, your link, your calendar link. It's awesome because people actually do read their text messages versus emails. Sometimes they don't. So that is my plug for that. And without further ado, let's get started on this amazing show because dang, I am so excited to talk to Marta about this. So Marta, let me introduce her to you. Marta Sauret Greca is the CEO of Media, the creative agency, a boutique marketing agency that provides an entire team of creatives to business owners with missions to serve the world. Marta has been named Women Business of the Year, Leader of the Year. Her book, The Minimalist Method, The Emerging Entrepreneur's Guide to Peace and Prosperity, oh my God, I even just love that title, is a #1 bestseller. She has been featured on national media outlets such as KDKA, WPXI, the Today Show blog, and Inspiring Lives magazine. Wow. With over 10 years of marketing experience, Marta has generated her clients millions of dollars a year, but more importantly, thousands of free hours to do whatever they love to do instead of being stuck in their business doing things they don't want to do. Her favorite thing in the entire world is to be present for her family, most importantly, to her kids. I just love that. And without further ado, let's bring Marta on. There she is.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You are so welcome. We've been talking like for half an hour before we even
I
started
know
recording.
it was hard to stop.
I know. I'm so excited. We completely align. And I have to tell everybody right off the bat a fun fact about Marta, and you gave me permission to share this, was she was born in Italy, so she immigrated to America when she was 9, but she was baptized by the Pope.
Yeah,
Dang! That's so impressive.
thanks.
Pope John Paul. So
Pope Paul the second, yes.
tell just a quick thing about that before we get in, because I think it's so
I don't
interesting.
remember much about that, but there was another memory years after, right before moving to the United States, when there was a papal audience, and I fell asleep, and he came right over and kissed me on the cheek, and it was all on all the newspapers. So I don't remember much about being baptized. I don't recall much about that experience either, but it's a little bit
Yeah,
closer
you're a little young.
than now. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a little young. I can only imagine. Yeah. But that's awesome. My mother would be so impressed with you. I'm just saying. So she's
I
in
always
heaven,
joke
I'm sure beaming.
it's uh,
Yes. Which
I
is
always
awesome.
joke it's the reason my husband married me or gave me his phone number or whatever it was back then that we were doing.
Did you meet him in Italy or in America?
No. In America, he was in a band. He was playing a show. I walked in. Love at first sight for him. For me, he was, but now
You're like,
I
I'll
love
get
him
back to
back
you on
to
that. Yeah.
India.
That is awesome. All right, well, let's get into the content here because I am really excited about because I think we all need this. So let's start off with your brilliant marketing tip, which is you don't have to be present on all platforms doing all the things in order to have success with your online marketing. So, amen to that. So, tell
Yeah.
us a little bit more about that.
That is correct. You might feel like there are constantly new platforms coming on, and then there's derivatives of those platforms in terms of like what's the latest thing, threads from Instagram. And my answer is no, thank you. I'm good where I'm at. I'll check it out. I'll see if it's worth mentioning it to my clients and worth investing some time into. But I just don't prescribe to that you need to be constantly on to the latest trend.
Awesome. So, what are you saying? Like, once have decided where your audience is, go deep into that platform?
Yeah, and not to have a closed heart about it or a closed mind of nope, not trying new things, but don't feel like you have to. If you are having success in other platforms, and unless you are really into that stuff and having fun with it, that's the key, right? That's what we're talking about here on the show is do things because you're having fun with them, because you're curious about them, but not because you feel like I have to be up on the latest trend or I'm going to miss out on all these clients, all these leads, all these sales. Do you remember what was that app that came out? Was it Clubhouse? Was it
Yes,
Clubhouse?
during
Everybody
the
was on
pandemic.
Clubhouse and telling me I needed to get on Clubhouse, and I didn't. And we all survived. We're all still alive, whether you were on it or not. We're all okay.
Exactly. Like, step away from the new platform. It's true. And that's the thing. Like, now you work with, you said, people who have a mission, which I love. They're disruptors in their marketplace. Like you said, in the
Mhm.
healthcare industry, midwives and chiropractors and functional medicine
Mhm.
practitioners love that. So I'm a big fan. So what is it about that market? How do you help them find their perfect customer?
Well, we speak to their heart and soul, and we aren't afraid to say some controversial things from a place of love. And that might be something that comes up for you, even who are watching or listening, that you feel like, okay, well, there's this line, I can't cross it because other experts in my industry, they're going to be salty about it. They're going to be offended. They're going to come at me. They're going to unfriend me. But I will be the first to tell you that I've got some pretty strong values when it comes to some things, and especially when it comes to the holistic wellness world. And I'll
Right.
just come out and say it. And I have had people that I respect, that I love. They'll respectfully disagree, but we're still friends. We're still colleagues. It's okay.
Right. But I think people will respect you more when you come from a place of truth and service, right? You're like, this is what I have found to be the best practice, and you can tell me whatever you want, but I'm this is something that works for my clients or whatever. So you help them create those messages. And you said you don't have to be on all the platforms. So when they do choose their how many platforms do you suggest? Or I should say channels, because email is also a channel, and where your website is a channel, and all those things. What do you recommend to your clients?
It depends on your goals and it depends on your market, right?
Okay.
For one of our clients, let me give them a shout out. Let's say hair enhancements. They're actually in the wellness world in terms of they provide human hair wigs and toppers for cancer patients, alopecia, any
Oh,
woman who's experiencing hair loss. And so we're
right.
breaking the stigma of it's not embarrassing to wear hair. Yeah, it sucks that you're losing your hair. So why are we hiding ourselves? We're still beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's try to recreate a look we love, right?
Right.
So on LinkedIn, that's going to be a place that they can find their referral partners, or oncologists or dermatologists. There's not really where stylists are going to hang out, but obviously on Instagram, that's where they're going to find their younger audience. But more, not even younger, because I'm talking more like millennials, right? Or the hairstylists. A lot of hairstylists that are going to be their referral partners are on that. On Facebook, you kind of have a mixture of things, but you know that you're not going to have the super young audience, but we're pretty prominent on that because she has more of an adult female market. So it really does depend on who you're talking to. I'm a big proponent of email, and we do that as well. Of
Okay.
course, we run their blog. So there isn't one answer. It's just how you're talking on each platform, who's hanging out, and so the voice that you're using on each one as well.
I love that. It's really kind of getting more into the granular, but then you can relax and know that the audience you're going after is really listening to you and is looking forward to getting your messaging. Because I think that sometimes, people take the shotgun approach and just like try to get everybody. And when you can do the rifle approach, right, which is going directly to the people who want what you have, and that's why, like, we with our Brilliant Mobile software, you're only targeting the people who've opted in with their permission to get
Mhm.
the messages, right? And so you're not wasting your time and your money on people who don't want what you offer. So
Right.
I love that. Something that you said about people, women who are totally stressed out. I was sharing with you offline that I actually have a book coming out. I'm hoping to have it published next week. When this goes live, it'll be the week that it is going live. And it's a book called Hello God, It's Me, Margaret. I'm sorry. Hello God, It's
Martha.
Me, Martha. I just flashed back to the book I read as a child.
Yeah,
Did you ever read that book, by the way?
I did. And
Yeah.
I watched the movie with my
Yes.
teenage daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. I even watched the Judy Blume, like documentary about her life
Oh,
and how she came up with the book and all the
yeah, yeah,
things that happened. Because she was talk about being a disruptor. Like
yeah.
the fact that she was writing about girls' periods freaked
Hmm.
out the establishment. They're like, "What are you doing?"
I bet.
Yeah. So anyway, so my book title is kind of playing on that. So it's Hello God, It's Me, Martha, a 31-day journey from overwhelmed to overjoyed. And it's basically referencing the story of Mary and Martha in the Bible. So I'm named Mary, but I am a Martha because I'm that busybody who always thinks I have to juggle all the plates or nothing will get done. I have to do it myself and blah, 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 blah. So I think it's
Right.
really cool that you also serve people who are wanting not to be overwhelmed. So anyway, so if anybody wants to get on the waiting list, they just need to go to hellogod.today. So that's my little
Yeah.
plug for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to read it.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
One of the main things for our clients too that, and you're mentioning, get that rifle effect, right? Or just speaking directly to them is that a lot of their clients, they need to understand that it's an investment to work with them. Most of the stuff is out of pocket, and the norm tends to go for things that are covered by insurance. And so our job is to help their clients understand why it's a priority financially for them. That it's that our clients, when they're working with us, they get to actually experience, by month 2 or month 3, by month 4, their highest revenue months yet, multiplying sometimes their revenue 2 times, and we're talking 6-7 figures here,
Wow.
because we are utilizing that effect. And sometimes it's just that action of letting go. They're totally letting go of their marketing. And that feels so good. They feel so elevated. They just took a badass move forward. And that
Right.
in itself just elevates them and creates a magnetizing effect to that revenue
That's
that
fantastic. So
they're
you do full service marketing. You take it
full
out of
service.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, something that we haven't touched on, but I think it kind of applies here is what if someone doesn't have an audience? Like, how do you apply this theory or
Yeah.
this strategy to that?
Well, we've had clients that they're like, "Are you sure this is going to work?" We have like 25 likes on Facebook. And by the first month, they were able to get their investment back and then some. They were able to multiply it. And then we've worked with influencers as well. Yes, they had tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers in their audience, but they weren't monetizing it.
Mm,
And with those influencers, again, by let's say one campaign effort, we hit, multi 6 figures just because we were, like you said, I might be using that again, that rifle effect. Am I saying it correctly? Where
right.
we're going for it. We're telling
Yeah.
you what we want, how you can pay us, how you can
Right.
give us money.
Well, it's like, well, you can also say the slingshot, right? Because you're throwing one stone, right?
Right,
How Daniel killed the giant in the Bible. One
right.
stone, boop, and that's what you want. You like, even if it's taking one client at a time, you don't need a huge list to make millions. I mean, obviously that's something that you've proven, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
I would say the majority of our clients don't have a huge list, but they do have the fear of, well, I'm afraid we're going to bother them. I feel like we might be emailing them too much. What if they unsubscribe? Well, kind of let them unsubscribe, right?
Right.
Because isn't that the whole point of you investing money in marketing? You're not really doing it to entertain people. You're not doing it to
Right.
just be liked, right? There has to
Right.
be that bottom line that we're looking at.
Yeah, I love that. Well, you actually, I always ask people to give me a marketing share, and this is something you said because people think, oh, well, that's easy for you to say. You have nothing else in your life, and you can focus on my marketing, right? But you said that you have 6 kids. We mentioned in the beginning of the show that you cannot tell that you're pregnant, girl. Like that is so unfair. I will look like I look like a ball when I was pregnant with my children, and you are
I will.
gorgeous.
Just give it some time.
Yeah. Well, and it's like under the screen, right? But no,
Yeah.
look, my whole body puffed. I would look like the what do you call it? The Stay Puffed,
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Wow, you look fantastic. I'm just saying. But you
Thanks.
said that you're able to show up every day on your own and attract high-end clients without ad spends and techie mumbo jumbo because your team serves your clients. So tell us a little bit about
Mhm.
that. Like, how did you get to that point where you could just let it go and do this without all the techie mumbo
Yeah.
jumbo, which I love?
And I've actually had team who completely wrote my stuff, scheduled it out, and to some extent there's some of that, but I do have a system where I wake up before my kids and I prioritize that me time. My meditation's just for me, my exercising's just for me, my journaling's just for me. There's no purpose, rhyme or reason for it. It's just for me to make me
Good for
happy.
you. Good
And
for
then
you.
it's
Mommy's
followed.
time out.
Yeah, and it's that grounding, right? But then it's followed by in 20-minute increments of what are my focuses for that month, what are my goals for that month, and I will spend 20 minutes 20 minutes 20 minutes on those 3 goals. And just in those 20 minutes for each goal, I'm able to write and schedule out, create graphics, pick imagery for content for like 3 different focuses in just 1 hour a day. And then the rest of the day, we all know if you have kids, yes, I have my scheduled time. Yes, we're here talking, and I certainly have my systems and my processes, but your whole day can go to you know what. And before you know it, you
Yeah.
haven't posted anything. You've not gotten anything out there. And I think one of the number one ways that you do grow your business is visibility. So by prioritizing that before, oh no, so and so is sick. Oh, I forgot about this appointment. Oh, my husband really needs this, or this
Right.
client is having a red alert and I need to put out that fire.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does, it all matters, but it's not going to get in the way of what your goals are because you've prioritized them before that happened.
Right. Prioritizing yourself, putting the mask on yourself before you can help somebody else in the airplane, right? So I'm assuming because of that, you have automations that you have for yourself as well as for your clients. So those they happen no matter if somebody gets sick, right?
Yeah, and obviously that comes with scheduling things ahead of time, writing things ahead of time. But I will say that a lot of it is our team for our clients because things happen of, oh, we've sold out of that. So now we have to completely stop talking about it because we don't
Yeah.
need to talk about it anymore. We have to shift focus to this thing, or
Right.
oh, we partnered with this nonprofit and we'd love to start talking about it. And we do have some pretty good boundaries and communications. Our clients are understanding that to a certain extent, we got to stick with the plan, but stuff comes up. So we try not to automate or schedule things out too far in advance.
That's great. Yeah, because you do. You have to be nimble for sure. But I know that that probably helps as well. And so it's awesome that you have a team that can help you. Is there anything else? I know we're at oh my gosh, we're overtime. I've had so much fun talking to you. Um, obviously, I've been putting up where people can find you, which is your website, mediacreativeagency.com. Is there any other way you would like people to reach out to you, like LinkedIn or so? Like, what is your? In
Yes.
fact, this is your LinkedIn here. Do you like being reached by
I
LinkedIn?
love LinkedIn. I also love Instagram. I'm on there, Marta Sauret Greca. You see my name on the screen,
Okay.
or at least it was. Just look for my name on Instagram. I'd love for you to come
And
and
what is?
follow me.
Oh, okay. So your whole name is
My,
just
my entire name, yeah, at Marta Sauret Greca on Instagram. And on there, you'll get a variety of content from the latest marketing trends to how to balance running a business while being a mom, and some of the latest and greatest holistic trends I love to cover, as well as a content creator and influencer for them as well.
oh, that's fantastic. I'm just putting it in here so I can put it up on the screen.
That would be great.
So let's make sure you can see that. Awesome.
Yes. There it
Yes.
is. Yeah, at
Yay.
Marta Sauret Greca. Please go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and I'll take it a step further. Send me a DM, and I'd love to take a look at your. I'll take a quick look at your Instagram and tell you whether it's magnetizing who you're trying to attract, or just a couple quick tips that could help you make that shift that could mean that next high end client.
That is very generous of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, I even might take you up on that. That is
Good.
fantastic. Yes, I encourage everyone to do that. Send a DM to Marta because she's brilliant. She can help you become more successful with less time, less energy. And I think we all need that because being overwhelmed is you're just not effective, right? You have to step into that point where you can like kind of get your shoulders out of your ears. That
Yeah.
sounds good. Yeah. Well, thank you, Marta, for being on the show. It's been a pleasure getting to know you offline and many blessings on your growing family. And you have the
Thank
new
you.
baby coming. So
Thank
exciting. And when is your due
you.
date?
June 28th, give or take, right? We'll see.
That's right. It's all in God's hands. I love it. I love it. All right, cool. All right. Well, we are going to end the show today. I will put you down into the green room and then make a couple announcements. But Marta, again, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your brilliance with our audience. Everybody give her a round of applause.
Thanks
Yay!
for having me.
So that was awesome. Yeah, so I think it is possible. It is possible. So reach out to Marta, get her opinion on if you're magnetizing your right client on Instagram, and it might start a conversation that could give you more peace and more freedom by using Marta's services, which I think is great. Something that I didn't mention, again, I've been helping speakers and I created a mini course for them. So I will also put a link to my mini course in the show notes. It is get.anotherbrilliantidea.com/speakers. And you can it's a free mini course on how to build an audience based list and have mastery in it. So I hope that blesses you. So until next time, I will look forward to seeing you every Tuesday at 12:30. Until then, be brilliant in all you do.